back to the terminology. So we talked about firmware. I think the other term that's going to get thrown around a lot, particularly in regard to business right to repair, is critical infrastructure. And Billy, you actually, in your work in the military and after that, have a lot of experience plumbing vulnerabilities in critical infrastructure. So I would just ask you, how should we understand what critical infrastructure is, and also the cyber threats affecting critical infrastructure?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. The cyber operations squadron that I commanded was actually focused very much on critical infrastructure. And so when I first started, critical infrastructure referred to things like power generation and water treatment facilities and things like that, right? So in fact, one of the missions we did was an attempt for one of the teams that we had that I led to actually try to break into the power grid, right? So when you hear this term critical infrastructure, that's normally what people think about. What's interesting though is that the government, the federal government, actually has like a definition for what critical infrastructure is, right? And there's like 12 different pieces of what's considered critical infrastructure. And if you're on this list of critical infrastructure, then that entitles you to certain types of like government support, and can the military work on some of your systems or review them, things like that, right? Now it includes a lot of things other than like power generation and water treatment facilities. Critical infrastructure now encompasses things like voting systems, right? And there's a good reason why we want that, right? So if the security of voting systems is really important, and maybe the federal government should have authority to be able to look at the cybersecurity of a voting system to make sure that it's secure, maybe, right? But I think what we're seeing now is people using this critical infrastructure tag to hide and say, hey, we're critical infrastructure, so you can't look at our stuff, right? It's supposed to be the exact opposite, right? Being designated critical infrastructure should actually open you up to more scrutiny because you're so important to what our society does and how important you are to our society, right?